Hello, how are you today? Today's lesson is very exciting. You know why? Because we'll take a new chapter in the story. Correct! We'll take chapter 8. Remember in chapter 7, Dorothy went back to the Wizard of Oz and found out that he's just a little man. Perfect. Now, let's see what will happen next and how will Dorothy go back home. So let's start reading chapter 8. The title of this chapter is Take Me Home. Oz looked very sad when Dorothy said he was a bad man. I'm a bad wizard, he said, but I'm not really a bad man. So the wizard was feeling sad. He told Dorothy, I'm a bad wizard, but that doesn't mean that I'm a bad man. So let's see what will happen next. But I must have some brains, the scarecrow said. You already have brains, Oz said. You are learning new things every day. A baby has brains, but it doesn't know much. Experience is what you need, and then your brains will work very well. Okay, so this means that Oz told him, you already have brains. Remember in the previous chapter, in chapter 6, when the scarecrow already had ideas how to fight the bees and how to fight all the other things that were trying to attack them. This means that he has brains, he knows how to think. Okay, let's see next. Then come to me tomorrow morning and I'll put some brains in your head, Oz said. But you must learn how to use them. I can't teach you that. What about my courage? The lion demanded. Now let's turn to the next page. Okay. If you are going to give Scarecrow brains, you should give me courage. I'm sure you already have plenty of courage. What you don't have is confidence. What's the meaning of the word confidence? Confidence means to trust yourself, the belief that you're good at everything or at anything that you do. Okay? So he said that you have plenty of courage, but you need confidence. You need to trust yourself. Everyone is frightened of danger. You are no different from anyone else that way. So he's telling him that anyone could be afraid out of dangerous things. He's afraid from dangerous things. Okay? So let's see what will happen. Then you must give me the kind of courage that helps me to forget that I'm always so afraid, the lion said. Very well. Come and see me tomorrow morning, and I'll give you that kind of courage, Oz said. Now, it was the Tin Woodman's turn to complain. What about my heart? He asked. When do I get one? Let's see what will Oz tell him. I suppose I ought to give you one, Oz said, but I don't think it will make you any happier. So he said that I must give you one, but I don't think that giving you a heart will make you happier. And now, Dorothy said, it's my turn. How do I get home to Kansas? I'll have to think about that. Probably for several days, Oz said. While I'm thinking, please be my guests in the castle. So he said that I will think of how to get you back to home, but while I think, please stay in my castle. And please don't tell anyone that you know I'm not a real wizard. So he was afraid that Dorothy and her friends could tell someone that he's not a real wizard. The next morning, Oz filled the Scarecrow's head with bran and asked him if he could feel his brains. What's the meaning of the word bran? It's a heavy part of wheat. Okay? It's a heavy part of wheat. So he got some bran and he put it inside the Scarecrow's head. Is this real brains? No, it's not. But he's acting as if he gave him brains. to make him believe, to make him have confidence in himself that he is able to think and use his brain. So he gave him what? Bran. Excellent. He gave him bran. Oh, yes, the scarecrow said, I feel quite clever now. Okay? Then Oz cut a hole in the Tin Woodman's chest and put a heart made of silk. What's the meaning of the word silk? It's a piece of a kind of fabric. It's a kind of fabric. So he cut a hole in the Tin Woodman's chest and he put a heart. A heart that's made out of what? Silk. Excellent. Now let's highlight this part, please. Then Oz cut a hole in the Tin Woodman's chest and put a heart made of silk inside. So is this a real heart? No, it's not. But do you think the Tin Woodman loves Dorothy and her friends? Yes, so this means he already has a heart, but he doesn't have the belief that he has a heart. Very good. Let's continue. The Tin Woodman said, Oh, thank you. I can feel my heart inside. But is it a real heart? No, it's just silk. Excellent. Next, let's see. Then Oz gave the lion something to drink. When this is inside you, he said, you will feel full of courage. Do you think it's something magical? He gave him something magical to drink? Very good. No, he did not give him anything magical. Maybe he just gave him some water to drink. Okay, let's see what will happen next. When Dorothy came to find out how to get home to Kansas, Oz said, I'm sorry, Dorothy, but I don't know the way. I need help myself to go to Omaha. So he wasn't able to help Dorothy. But you helped my friends, Dorothy said. Yes, but it was easy to give them what they thought they wanted, Oz explained. They believed I could do it. But you know I'm not a real wizard. What am I going to do? Dorothy asked tearfully. I'll make a balloon of silk. This balloon here, it means a hot air balloon, the balloon that flies with hot air. I have plenty of that. We'll fill it with hot air and float away from the castle. Float means to fly. Okay, fly away from the castle. Now let's turn to the next page. Okay, let's continue reading. Perhaps we'll then find our way home. A few days later, the balloon was ready. It had a large basket hanging down from it. A fire was burning in the basket, and it made the air in the balloon hot. Hot air rises, and the balloon tried to rise, but a rope stopped it from floating away. So this rope here, as you can see in the picture, this rope here stopped the balloon from rising away. Let's see what will happen next. Oz got into the basket. Hurry, Dorothy, he said. Get in quickly. The rope is not very strong. So the rope is not strong. Dorothy began to get into the basket, but then she remembered Toto. She almost forgot him. I must get Toto, she said, and climbed out of the basket. As she did so, the rope broke. The balloon rose into the air and was soon high in the sky and out of sight. They were not able to see it anymore because it was up, up, up in the sky. Okay, let's see what will happen next. Oh, what am I going to do now? Let's ask the guardian of the gates, the scarecrow said. He seemed to be a helpful kind of man, and he may have some ideas. So they're going to ask the guardian of the gates if there is any solution for this problem they are facing. Let's see what will happen. When Dorothy explained her problem to the guardian of the gates, he said, "There is only one person who can help you, and that is the witch of the south. She is a good witch." Okay, so the witch of the south is a good witch. Is she a good witch? Dorothy wanted to know. The Quadlings think so. Who are the Quadlings? They are the people who live there. They are called the Quadlings. So the guardian said, "And I believe she is very beautiful and knows how to stay young forever. You must take the roads to the south to find her." So they are going now to the south to find the witch of the south. And again, is she a good witch? Yes, excellent. She is a good witch. Let's see what will happen next. Without wasting any time, Dorothy, Toto, the Scarecrow, the Tin Woodman, and the Lion set off to find the Witch of the South. The journey was long and hard, but at last they reached the place of the Witch of the South. Her name was Glinda. So what was the name of the Witch of the South? Excellent, Glinda. And she was beautiful and looked very young. "I will help you to get home, Dorothy." "Dorothy," she said, "but I need your golden cap." Remember the golden cap? Yes, the one that got the winged monkeys. Very good. "Of course you have it," Dorothy said, "but let's turn to the next page." But remember, you can use it only 3 times. So Dorothy is telling the Witch of the South, you can only use the golden cap 3 times. "I only need it 3 times," Glinda said. "The first time, I shall ask the winged monkeys to take Scarecrow back to the city of emeralds. He will be a wonderful ruler of the city." So she's going to ask the winged monkeys to take the Scarecrow to the city of emeralds, and he will be the king or the ruler of this city. The second time, I shall ask the winged monkeys to take the Tin Woodman to the land of the Winkies. So she will ask the winged monkeys to take the Tin Woodman to the Winkies, land of the Winkies. He loves them and they love him. He will be a good ruler of the Winkies. The third time, I shall ask the winged monkeys to take the lion to the jungle, where he will be the king of all the beasts. So now all the wishes are gone. All the 3 wishes are gone. Let's see what will happen next. "And how will I get home to Kansas?" Dorothy asked. Now, let's highlight this part. "And how will I get home to Kansas?" Dorothy asked. Okay. "All you need to do," Glinda said, "is click the heels of your silver shoes and say, 'Take me home.'" So all she needs to do is to click the heels of her shoes and say what? "Take me home." Dorothy did not want to spend any more time away from home, so she thanked Glinda and said goodbye to her friends. Then, holding Toto in her arms, she clicked her heels 3 times and said, "Take me home." The next moment, she was sitting on the ground outside her home. It was a new home, and her uncle was just finishing building it. Her Aunt Em was running out of the house to meet her. "I'm so happy to see you, darling," she said. "What happened to you?" "Oh," Dorothy said, "nothing much. I just visited the land of Oz." And now we finished the story. So let's start by answering the questions in the booklet. Okay, now open your booklets to page number 45. The first question here, question A, it's homework. It says, put the sentences in order from first to last. So you're going to read the sentence and put them in the correct order. Which happened first? Which happened second? Third? And so on. Not true or false. So don't answer with true or false. Number them. Okay? Now, the next question, we will answer it together. Okay, it says, answer the following questions. How did Oz help the Tin Woodman and the lion? Huh? Who can answer this question? Very good. Oz cut a hole in the Tin Woodman's chest and put a heart made out of what? Silk inside. Excellent. And the lion? Very good. He gave him something to drink that will make him have courage. Very good. Now, the next question. How did Dorothy get home? Who can answer this question? Very good. She clicked the heels of her shoes 3 times and said, take me home. Very good. Now let's move to the next page. This question, it's homework. It says, choose the best answer. You're going to read the question and you're going to choose the correct answer. So for example, how did the wizard help the scarecrow? You will read the choices and you're going to circle the correct answer. So this is homework. Next page. Complete the summary by writing the correct word in each blank. So this paragraph here, it's a summary of the chapter. You're going to fill in the blanks using a word from the box. Okay, it's homework. Okay, next. Comment on the following quotations. And as we said in the comment questions, we say 3 things. Who said to who and when. Excellent, very good. Now here, I feel quite clever now. Who said this? Very good, the scarecrow. To who? Very good, to Oz. When, very good. When he put in his head some bran. Very good. Now, the next question. And how will I get to Kansas? Who said this? Very good, Dorothy. To who? To the Witch of the South, or Glinda. Very good. When? Excellent, when she used all the 3 wishes. Very good. Now, the next page are the book questions. It's homework also. So for example, why didn't Dorothy go with Oz in his balloon? Why, you're going to answer it using a full sentence. Don't write only one word. So, and we don't start the sentence by using what? Excellent. We don't start by using because. So we're going to say Dorothy didn't go with Oz and his balloon because, and write the answer. So this is chapter 8. I hope you understood it and thank you for listening. See you soon. Goodbye.